everyone, welcome to Coffee+Mochi.
I'm Christy.
And I'm Maddie. So during the last couple of years, I'm sure that most of you guys have been really bored, and we've just been pretty much talking about stuff we see on Reddit because, we're able to be safe at home and just talk about fun stuff. And we've been able to bond a lot through that, through many different subreddits like, Am I the A-hole, scary stories, recently New Year's, because now we're in 2022, and just stuff like that.
Yeah. And as I mentioned before, Maddie is my sister-in-law. I am married to her brother. And so, it was kind of it's definitely a bonding moment for us, or a bonding place for us. So yeah, just bonding over internet stories, pop culture, what's going on. I mean, staying home at a lot, I think it gave us that opportunity. So, yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be talking about. And that's the reason why we started this podcast. This is our first episode ever. So welcome. Thank you for being here with us. This is pretty wild. Just to imagine that this conversation is going to be seen by other people. It's really a little nerve-wracking, but it's fun. It's something we've been wanting to do for a while. So thanks for being here with us. And we're going to try our best to make this a family-friendly podcast. We'll do our best. Can't make any promises, so we'll see. But yeah, well, thanks for taking this journey with us.
Yeah, since we're here anyways, what do you think? Do you think am I the a-hole is okay, or should it be am I in the wrong? What do you think is a better one?
I think am I the a-hole is okay, because if my daughter were running around saying a-hole, I think I would be okay with that. Okay. It's not.
Well, let us know what you guys think too. We'd love to hear from you.
If you prefer one over the other, let us know, and maybe we'll take that into consideration.
Yep, this is the first episode, so we're just gonna keep on growing from here.
Yes. Okay, Maddie, how did your year end? Like any big things happen in 2021?
Well, okay, something kind of big happened, but it was like a sad thing, but then it was an okay thing. I don't know how to explain it. My pet died. My cat died 14 and a half. She lives a very long, healthy life, though, until the end. But so pretty much a couple days after she passed, which is really crazy, I got another cat because my grandparents found kittens under their roof, but there's only one little kitten left. So I ended up with that kitten. So it's kind of crazy.
Right? And it's exactly it's like a black cat. It's the exact same color as Marie. So
it was kind of crazy, though, because I was not expecting that, but that was kind of I guess the big thing that happened, the sad part, and then I got a new cat. But it was interesting, though, because I had a dream about having a black cat the night my cat passed away, and then I ended up seeing that little kitten, and I was like,
wait, you didn't tell me this.
I didn't tell you?
No.
Yeah, so the night Marie, that was my cat's name, passed away, I was so sad, and I had a dream that I was petting an older black cat, it was in the future, and then when we saw that kitten, because you were with me when we went there, I was like, oh my gosh, that's my cat, I think. And so, which is why I actually named her Yuna. I looked it up. So Luna means moon, but Yuna, one of the different ways that you write it with kanji, can mean dream. So that's why I wanted to call her Yuna.
Oh, that's pretty beautiful, Maddie.
Thank you. I just thought it was, cute.
I love that. Yeah, that's great.
Anyways, how did your New Year's end?
We were pretty quiet here. We wrapped it up pretty with a little tight group. Yeah, it was good. We've been going out a lot more. Still trying to I don't know if I should talk. Yeah, just be safe.
Well, you everywhere, so.
Yeah, we have a 2-year-old, so we take her to the duck park, and we're out here waiting for snow. Hopefully that comes at some point. But
really
yeah, it's pretty cool. What are some things that you're looking forward to in the new year?
I guess, well, first off, getting my cat trained because she's a monster and a menace right now.
Wait, how old is she?
Okay, so we don't know exactly how old she is, but the vet said 2 weeks ago that she was between 6 and 8 weeks.
Okay.
So she looks to me to be about 8 weeks now. So just pretty much getting her under control, I guess, because she's running around. She's trying to eat wires, which is the scariest thing. And also just, I guess, the other thing I would say is probably getting my skincare, in order. because I used to be really on point with doing my skincare every single day, but over the last couple of years, I've had less and less energy to actually do it. So, and I do this Korean skincare. It's my favorite thing. I love to do it because it's just like self-care, and I like to do it, but I don't know, just, the energy, because, we're not going anywhere. It's just like, meh, we don't need to do it anymore. But I want to get back on that for sure.
I remember when I was trying to get my skincare in order, I was like, Maddie, tell me what to do, guide me. I don't know, like whatever I need to buy, tell me what it needs to be. You gave me like a whole, a whole program pretty much. And it's a lot. It was definitely helping. I kind of fell off the wagon too a little bit. So that's something that I do want to work on in the new year. But personally, like self-care is so important, especially for, people that are working full time, even, if whether you're working from home or you're going into the office, if you have kids as well, it's really important to make self-care a priority. So, something I've been doing is, making sure to make time to, give myself little manicures and take care of myself in small ways. So yeah, but skincare is also a must for sure. Okay, so this week, Maddie got us some really interesting resolutions off of Reddit. There's a subreddit, right, that you were looking at?
Yeah, it's called New Year's Resolutions.
Very cool. Very straightforward title. So, yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited to hear these.
All right. So, yeah, the title is called 2022 New Year's Resolutions. Okay. My New Year's resolution is to be more assertive, meaning no means no, and not trying to let other people try and persuade me otherwise. The next one is do the 100 envelope money challenge and many other money challenges. That's excellent. Have you heard of that?
I've never heard of the 100 envelope money challenge.
Oh, really? Okay. So pretty much you have envelopes, okay, from 1 to 100, okay? And then you pick one up every single day. Depending on what numbers on the outside, because you number them 1 through 100, you have to put that much money in that envelope.
Really?
Yeah, and you're supposed to, at the end of it, after 100 days, you're supposed to have like $5,000 saved up.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
I think I need to get on that challenge.
Yeah, a lot of people
every single day for how long?
100 days.
Oh. All right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it seems like a really good way to save money.
Yeah. Right, the next one was this one says, start my new budget binder with different categories, like one binder for money saving challenges and one for sinking funds. So, yeah, that sounds awesome.
What's sinking funds?
I actually don't know. I'm not going to lie. But I do know people have been doing that because instead of putting, like, money into a bank account using your debit card, people have a lot of trouble, like, because like, how when you buy something with your card, it's harder to, like, actually know how much you have saved.
You can't keep track.
So what people have been doing is putting them in binders and having different sections, one for food, one for groceries, and then they just pull that money out of that section of their binder.
Yeah. That's awesome. My dad does that. That's how my dad taught me to save. I don't do that anymore, but that was like the easiest way for me to save when I was in high school. When I was like first started working and I was like out of control with my spending. Like I would get my check and literally by the next day it would be gone. Like it was intense. But yeah, that was really helpful for me with I didn't have binders, like that's so organized, but I had little envelopes, and yeah, it was a good way to keep track of it.
Yeah, I definitely saw on TikTok they would show like, yeah, I have all these binders and it's so beautiful, and I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And so
it's like color coordinated and everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's next level.
All right, next one is pay off some debts with like small loans first, then move to the bigger loans. Next, use the money challenge to fund my multiple bank accounts. I know like that's a really big thing right now. It's really cool. Do more temp jobs when they become available to help me out in between paychecks. Take better care of myself this year. Alone, I've been sick a lot with sinus infections and allergies, so I've been going to the doctor a lot to get allergy testing and so forth. Look for better job opportunities. Get out more to meet people. Maybe it can turn into something. Keep my anxiety and depression on the low. Last but not least, move somewhere that's not in my own city.
That's a big one. So I'm gonna just like comment first on the getting a new job. I feel like that is such a common thing. That's such a common resolution in general, like always. But I feel like right now is a lot of people moving jobs.
Yeah. Aren't we in that like great resignation thing right now?
Yeah.
I think everyone's trying to get a new job that lets them work from home.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing right now.
That's a big thing. And I've seen actually a lot of jobs popping up with remote in the job title where it's like you don't, literally Minneapolis. I mean, we're here in California, so that's far for me. But yeah, just a lot of stuff popping up where, people are, a lot more companies are open to having their employees working wherever.
Yeah. So like on LinkedIn, you can actually, there's a little tab and you can click to only see remote jobs now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
It's amazing that we've come to this point. I don't think I've ever could have imagined
Getting to work from
this,
home as much.
that, but also just like, like even considering a job in a different city without having to consider also moving. So
What's also amazing is just like, I feel like the last couple years now everyone's more into work-life balance, which has never been a big thing, I feel like, in the United States. And it's kind of wonderful because like other countries, they take siestas in the middle of the day. Like they get to have little sleep naps, which I think is amazing. And now that's like becoming a thing. Well, not naps, but like just being able to be at
yeah,
home.
just have that flexibility where it's like, oh, I need to go to the doctor, and then you can come back and work, or if you need to work a little bit later, that's fine too. So that's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think all of these resolutions this person put were wonderful. They all just tend to be what I feel like most people,
yeah.
want to do, right? I love the one that says move to a new city.
That's not my own city.
That
That
cool.
is, yeah.
I would love to do that, honestly. Like that'd be really, really cool. But like, I don't know.
Your brother did that recently.
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, he moved to New York.
Clear across the
He
country.
left us. He literally moved from coast to coast.
Yeah.
Left us. But he's having a great time, loving it out there. So he calls me every day pretty much, and we talk. And he was like, I found a new restaurant that we have to go to. And he's like, I found this little area that has all these cute little restaurants. So pretty much when we go visit him, he has like a whole trip.
He has a
planned
whole
out for us.
itinerary. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like that's like one of those things that not a lot of people get the chance to do, is just like up and pack everything and go to a new city. So that's a big goal. Yeah, I commend OP for putting that on their resolutions list, because I kind of,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys better not move for a while because I will kick your butts.
We have no plans to.
Then we'll have to do this via Zoom or something.
Yeah,
Which
it's
is
okay.
not
We'll make it
bad.
work.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. But I like that they also put get out more to meet people, because maybe it could turn into something. You never know. Like, it turn into a new job opportunity, which looks like they're interested in it. They want to keep their emotions kind of in check, and sometimes meeting people will help with that. Sometimes it makes it worse. But like, personally, I'm an introvert. Yeah, so like for me, sometimes meeting people is very stressful. But it's good to get out of your element sometimes.
Wait, did you ever take the Myers-Briggs test?
What's that?
The personality test.
Oh, with like,
Where you get like letters, like for example, I'm an INFJ.
oh my gosh, I think I'm the same thing.
You're lying.
I have to retake it, but I remember I remember taking that a long time ago, and I feel like it was the same thing. It's very possible.
Wait, because mine's rare.
Yours is rare?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember. Mine's the advocate. Were you an advocate?
I think so.
Oh my gosh, no wonder why we get along so well. This is kind of crazy.
Okay, I don't want to just be saying this. I think I need to retake this test just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it was I mean, I don't know, what were the different ones? Hold on.
Well, there's like INFJ, ENTP, like there's a bunch of them. But you know what? If you took it, it's probably in your email somewhere, so later on check.
All right, I'll
We'll
check.
put a little card with what she is.
Yeah.
On the screen. Or if you're listening on podcast, you'll have to watch the YouTube video then. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Next one is, in general, start over in life and enjoy it by doing a few things.
All right. I'm intrigued.
Okay, it says, firstly, I feel it's important to note a couple of things. I went through a really, really bad breakup, and I spent all of 2020 moping over it. Sad. Details not necessary, but I'm still really scarred over it. So my first goal to help me get over this is to not say the person's actual name and to avoid even talking about that person, if I can help it. Just move on and act like that person doesn't exist anymore.
You know,
understandable. I had a few
That's really sad.
friends that broke up over the last couple of years, and it was rough on them. So it took them a really long time to get over their people. So I understand that. Okay, their second one is lose that last bit of weight. I wanted to for years. I lost about 60 pounds last year, but there's more to do. And not only that, I want to actually get in shape, at least a little. I just never have been before, and I've always been pudgy. And I want to do that as an accomplishment.
That's a big one. Yeah.
At each other.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally definitely have that as one of my resolutions, but I feel like I have that every year. But I don't know. I feel like it's different this year. I don't know about you, if like you're having any resolutions for that, but for me personally, like I don't really want to like do it just to look good. Like that would be plus, but I kind of just want to do it so I can feel better. I've been really tired lately, especially because end of the year, didn't do much exercise, been eating a lot of cookies and yummy stuff, and I just want to like feel better, more energized.
Yeah.
I get it. So I totally get that. And this person, they've said they've lost 60 pounds. That is an accomplishment. Like, good for you.
That is amazing. I've heard, I don't know, I haven't really like had any massive like weight loss like that. Like that's pretty amazing. But I do hear that it's a lot easier to accomplish those goals when you're doing it to feel better about you know what I mean? Like when you're doing it for more energy, things like that, when you're not chasing a number, you're not chasing, I know a lot of people like focus on macros and all that stuff. I did keto for a little bit and I lost a good amount, but for me it was mainly because I felt tired all the time. You know what I mean? So personally, I do want to lose a little bit of weight this year. I actually do have a goal to be more active, but my reason is because I've been wanting to get into rock climbing for so long, and I always think about it.
Really?
Yeah.
I always wanted to do rock
For real? No way. I don't know. It's just been like a quiet thing that I've been wanting to do for a while. I wanted to get a rock wall. We used to live in an apartment and I found these really interesting ways to retrofit a part of your house to be a rock wall. So if you don't have a lot of height, you can kind of create an angled situation. So you're kind of climbing backward. So I've thought about this for a long time. I just have never taken the steps to actually make it possible.
I wish you had told me. I saw a TikTok the other day of these people. They built in their house a rock climbing thing, like that goes around their whole house, but like it's not in the way, and like it has like little thingies where you can like hang from a rope to get to the next wall, and it's super cool. I didn't save it. I wish I would have saved it now.
I don't know if I could retrofit the house to do that. Now I have a little bit of space since we have a backyard now. I feel like I would be able to put something up back there, but yeah, that's if you're planning on doing that, I think we should make this a goal together.
We should, but like I'm kind of worried because I am heavier. I don't know if my arms can handle it.
That's a big thing, right? So just working on your upper body strength. I have no upper body strength.
You know what would actually help us though? Okay, if we do archery, because you have to like be able to pull back a lot of weight.
That's true.
Okay, I used to do archery a lot, and I have like a bunch of archery equipment. I have bows and arrows, and you have to be able to pull back at least 30 or 40 pounds for the arrows, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's really hard to do that. I had to train for months to be able to pull back mine because mine's actually technically a hunting bow. So, because I just
had a whole setup in the backyard. I remember you had like hay bales.
Yeah, but the thing is, the hay bales, they actually start to get moldy after a while. So we had to throw them out. But, we should totally do it. Like, we can do other stuff. We don't have to specifically do archery, but, like, some type of, like, arm training. And I just know that really worked out my arms. So, yeah, we could definitely do that. But to be fair, it only works out one of your arms.
You can try to be is that a thing? Ambidexterity? Is that the word?
So, for archery specifically, you do it by whichever eye is your strong eye.
Okay.
So, like, you have to do this little test, and then it tells you which eye is better. Okay. So, when you go like this, when you have your arms out, and you look through it with whichever eye you're actually looking through, that's the eye that's stronger. So like say I'm looking at the camera, whatever eye I'm looking at through, the eye that like you would see in the camera. That's
Oh, crazy. Yeah. Okay, you guys should try that. It's like I closed one eye, I could see it, and then I closed the other eye, and it was like all the way on the side.
Yeah.
That was so cool. All right, so
So wait, which eye was the better eye?
my right eye.
Okay, yeah. See, that's normal. So you would pull like this, right? Like with this arm. But I'm weird. My left eye is better, so I have to pull the opposite way.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a cool thing. Sorry, we went off on a very big tangent there.
We should, I think if we do stuff like that, like we can start archery. What are other
Well,
things
we also have
you
to work out our legs.
Okay.
Definitely, right? Because you have to be able to push yourself. So I don't know, some type of maybe just go on
You just go
walks,
hiking. Yeah, just walking around the block
just stuff
and
like that.
start.
And just working out our arms, and then maybe we could try baby ones. We could probably be able to handle baby ones. Like little tiny ones to go up and down.
You mean like tiny climbs?
Yeah.
Like little boulders?
No, like tiny little ones where there's like 5 or 6 rocks we climb up and down. I think we could handle that.
I think we can handle that. Yeah, for sure.
Just to get used to it.
We have to start somewhere, and I'm so happy we talked about this because I was fully prepared to do this on my own. So
No, it'd be so. I bet you my mom would love to do it too. Actually.
yeah.
Yeah, she loves doing stuff like that.
All right.
So
Well,
definitely.
let's go 2022.
Woohoo! Okay, let's move on to the next one. This person says
Oh, there's more for that for
Yeah.
this person's resolution.
yes. Yeah, sorry, we went off on a bit of a tangent, but next one. Move later in the year, getting an apartment and job quickly when I do, and saving what I can from that point on until I go back to college for a second degree. I want to be a counselor, so I need another degree in psychology. Congrats.
That's
awesome.
big.
Getting a second degree. I just got 1 degree and I'm like burnt out from college. So
Right. I'm like never again.
Right? But see, another person though.
That's big. But you know why? Because moving is such an easy way to start over, I mean, it's not like this person's planning to change their name or anything, but like you can change a great deal about your life just by moving. You're changing your surroundings, you're changing your day to day. If you had any kind of a like ritual, like you're stopping that dead in its tracks. So
yeah, like my brother, since he moved to New York, he walks so much more now. He says he walks so much. He's like, when we first moved, it was so hard to get on and off of the subway because of the stairs even. And he's like, now it's just so easy and simple.
you just got that strength.
Yeah, because he got it over the last month or two, just, going up and down stairs. He has a lot more stamina of like running and walking. They walk everywhere, of course. And, here we're like, oh my God, we need to take our car if we go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So definitely, yeah, good job trying getting your second degree. That's wonderful. Okay, last thing.
This is the same OP, right?
Yes. Late 2020, I was diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis. It is actually pretty terrible, and long-term is fatal. Oh, I'm so sorry. The life expectancy is based on when symptoms start, not when you get diagnosed. So my best estimate is I have approximately 9 years left. I don't have time to mope anymore. I don't have time to care what others think of me for my mistakes I've done. And I want to pull off a couple of things I kind of always mused about doing, but I put off for whatever reason. I want to go back to where I grew up and reconnect with family and friends too. I think that's the most I can do with my time left that'll make me happy. So this year, I want to start working towards that, turning things around, remaking/rediscovering who I am, trying to be happy and achieve a couple things I wanted to do. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's pretty sad.
I feel like that changes everything.
He said before.
They said, yeah, because I mean, yeah, these are really big goals. And I feel like a lot of us have or just go through that where we're just always putting things off. We're like, oh, I can do it next year, or you have the best intentions to actually do it, and then it just never ends up happening because life gets in the way. But when you see the fact that you have a timeline, oh my gosh.
I feel like that changes everything, like just in general, right? Because then you're like, okay, I want to get these things done before I can. Wow, that's crazy. It makes you kind of think about like life, like living life to the fullest, right?
Right.
Wow. I bet you he or she will get all this stuff done. They'll get it all done.
Yeah.
That's a bit sad, but I hope that you have a wonderful remaining of your life and you were able to accomplish everything that you wanted to.
Yep.
All right, this next one is called Let's Go 2022! Exclamation point.
All right. Let's do this.
Woohoo! Okay. Hello, everyone. 2021 has been quite the wild ride. This year in 2022, I'm looking to my inner self and guides to a better mentality and outlook for self-growth. My resolutions are, first one is dedicate time to Twitch streaming and hopefully reach affiliate and then partner.
Wow.
That's a pretty big goal. I know that's pretty hard and a lot of people try, so that's pretty impressive. That's a goal. I hope you're able to accomplish it.
Wait, I have a question. Is Twitch mainly gaming or?
I think so, but okay, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're also trying to like do some other stuff because I've seen like some where people just talk, but mainly I'm pretty sure it's just gaming. I love Twitch though. I use it specifically for what are they called? Oh, I use it for when I play the Animal Crossing. I use it for treasure islands because these treasure islands you can get like all of the stuff that you want for free without having to work for it or find them on the islands.
Wait, is it kind of like cheat codes or something?
Kind of, but you get to go to these islands and they have whatever you want, and now I have unlimited coins, unlimited.
Dang.
I have 1 billion coins at the moment. I don't think I'm ever gonna need any more. I paid off my house. I paid off everything. It's pretty amazing. I know it's a cheat. I'm sorry, but I used it. So
No, don't worry. I'm not against cheats.
I'm a cheater. When I played Pokemon, I always used cheats too. So.
But I mean, I don't really play video games too much anymore, like any kind of games, but I was pretty heavy into Sims back in the day. And yeah, I had the bank cheats. I don't remember. It was so long ago, but I just know that Rosebud. Oh my gosh, Rosebud. Do you remember this? Do you ever play The Sims?
Never played Sims. I think that was your generation.
Yeah, it was a while back. And I just had I needed the money because I needed to make sure that my house was set. I had the biggest home. It was fully furnished. I had all the things.
Anything you could buy.
Yes,
See,
Rosebud was the cheat code.
That's how I am with Animal Crossing, though.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Okay.
No one wants to live in squalor. All right, go.
Okay, next one. Get involved in art again. Pottery, sketching, rug making. Christy, you're kind of more into that though, right?
Yeah, and I would love that they put rug making because that's something I've never even considered doing, and I feel like that would be amazing. That would be so awesome.
You could make your own rug, and it could match like the aesthetic of your house.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, that is so cool. I wonder what is even involved in that. It sounds complicated.
I love that though. Okay, to be honest with you, over the last year, I've been having a little bit of anxiety, and one thing I saw that you can do is to work with your hands more. Mm-hmm. And so I've been wanting to do knitting, so I feel like that kind of is in the artsy thing, right?
Knitting, yes.
I've always wanted to know how to knit my own socks or a scarf or something.
Wait, are you thinking the crocheting where you just use your hands, or where you use the knitting needles?
Knitting needle.
Okay.
I feel like that's such a cool thing, and I don't know how to do it. So,
I feel like your mom knows how to do that.
So she knows how to crochet.
Okay.
So I talked with her, but she's like, I have the needles though, so we can figure it out. And I was like, okay.
I have knitting needles.
You do?
Yeah.
Man, we can do so much. We should have a knitting day.
I'm so down. I'm so down. We should do that.
Okay, cool.
I've only ever knit by myself, and I feel like this,
Wait, so you know how to knit?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I know how to use the needles. I don't know how to crochet. The crochet is the one with the flat needles, right?
I want to learn. I don't know.
I can make headbands.
Okay.
And very simple scarves.
I want to learn how to make those really thick wool blankets.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you knit to do those.
The infinity ones, right?
Whatever, I don't know, the really huge ones.
Okay.
With the thick wool.
With the thick wool? Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's next level. I don't know.
But just to let you know, if you ever did want to do that, it's actually really bad to do that because apparently the wool will start to deteriorate over time because it's not meant to stay in that shape.
Okay.
So I found out that although they're pretty, they're not really functional over time.
Because they get fuzzy.
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Sorry. Get Scuba Certified. That's cool. I've never wanted. Okay.
I've never had that goal.
I've never had that goal either.
I am terrified of the deep sea. I like snorkeling.
Okay.
It's on the.
To me, I'm terrified to go in the ocean too. I went snorkeling one time at Catalina Island with my school.
Yeah.
And the whole time, I was just picturing a shark coming up and just eating me. Like, I was like,
Really?
It's going to happen any second. The shark's going to swoop up and eat me.
Wait, are there a lot of great white sightings in Catalina?
No, but I think it's just, like, intrusive thoughts.
Yeah, you're, like, floating in there and you're still helpless.
Pretty much, yeah. You're just, like,
in the middle of the
looking down
ocean.
at the fish, and you're just like, yeah, it's going to happen. It's just going to go, whoop.
I love that your mind went there, because like when I went snorkeling, it felt like the most serene I'd ever felt in my life. I'm just looking around, it's so quiet, there's like you can't hear anything, and it's just so calm.
I'm so jealous.
But I don't want to go deep down there. Like that's something I want to stay up high where I can just poke my head out if I need to.
All the time. It was just like, I'm gonna get eaten 100%. And the thing is, it was crazy because like there were fish around me. The fish would have ran. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they would tell you there's something coming. That's kind of what they do. So to be fair though, there's a lot of great whites out here. You know, like I don't know about Catalina, but like I've heard of a lot of sightings.
I heard a couple weeks ago actually. I think a surfer got bit by a shark or something.
Really?
Like yeah, my friend surfs, and my mom told me, and I was like, oh my gosh, so I texted her because I was so worried. So yeah, but I'm just afraid of the ocean. Someone said like we've only explored a little bit of the ocean, and then we moved to like space. So I'm pretty sure there's something scary down
There's
there.
a lot.
So yeah, definitely.
There's a lot I have no interest in learning about.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next subject. Read more books. Yeah, reading books. I kind of just read like my Japanese books or Korean books because those are like the stories I like. I like comics. So I've been reading more of those, but I don't know. What about you, Christy? Have you been reading any books, or do you have? Any goals?
I used to have that on my resolution list for my entire life, and then I've officially given up, and now I'm firmly a believer in audiobooks. Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally, The Greatest Love Story Ever Told, is the latest that I've listened to, and I loved it. It was amazing. I was able to, like, I make really long drives from where I live to where I work, and it's like, like you get to do two things. I mean, if I'm going to be listening to anything on the road, might as well be a book, and then there you go, knock it out. I can't sit and do that at the end of the night. It's just, I'd rather be doing my nails. I have to be doing something creative where like my mind is like creating something. But
oh yeah, you started doing your nails like towards the end of the year, right?
Towards the end of the year, I started getting those little stickers, and the gel domes.
Okay. Do you have like a favorite type?
I used to think that I was gonna be the kind of person that had like acrylics and it was like getting like 3D nails and stuff. Mm-hmm. Not that person, because literally I would snag my nails on everything and it is so painful. Like when I was growing up, I would hear people say like, oh, you broke a nail, like, and they would like kind of mock that. It is so painful when you break a nail. Have you ever broken a nail before?
Okay, when I was like in middle school, I got my nails done every single week, and it hurt so much.
Acrylics.
Yeah. And one always fell off, and it hurt more than anything. And then the whole set is ruined, and then I took them off
you have to take them off. And then after they're off, your nails are just so frail that even like washing your hands with hot water, if the water's too hot, it like you can feel it on your nail bed. I can't. Like, what is the point? I don't want to put myself through that kind of pain anymore. And so I keep them short, and I just want to decorate them, and that's it.
I used to paint them, but I hate painting because they always like, for me, when I paint my nails, I always mess them up. Somehow they get messed up. So I don't like that.
That's why I love these things. So basically it's like a little sticker. You put them on. The ones that I'm using are the gel dome. Mm-hmm. And so it comes like the ones that I use, you have to cure them under the UV light.
Okay, so do you have like a little UV light that it came with?
Yep. Well, it was like if it's your first purchase, you get a free one with purchase, but they're like $5, or you can get a spring for a kind of more expensive one, but you really don't need it because you need just one curing session, and you can do everything with them. They harden after that curing session, and then they're fine. They stay on for 2 weeks, and it's amazing. But you get to kind of have a little DIY session when you're doing it, and it feels like, you did something for yourself. So
okay, cool.
it's really fun.
Try that then.
Yeah, and then they stay on. You could do anything with them, and
like they don't like hurt when you take them off or anything.
No, you just literally, you could put a little bit of acetone, and then they just kind of like they shrink up, they shrivel up a little bit, and then you just like scrape them off. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Sorry,
Yeah.
I went off on a tangent again. Volunteer at a local animal shelter / farm sanctuary.
It's very admirable. Yeah, I've wanted to volunteer before, but I just never know like where I should volunteer my time.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
Give myself a positive affirmation each morning and night.
I love that.
That is so great.
Yeah, that is something I feel like most people don't do, and people should do that. It'll just make you feel much better, and you can fall asleep, feeling good, right?
Yeah.
I definitely don't do that.
I love that too. And I tried something kind of similar to that a few years ago. I didn't really keep it up, but like while I was doing it, it was really good, of just taking screenshots of whenever I got a good compliment from a coworker or anything like that. If my boss was like, "Oh, great job on this project," I would take a screenshot of it. Then I would have I had a folder that was filled with these affirmations of just like, it wasn't necessarily me telling myself that I felt good, but it was me reminding myself that, hey, you know what? You do a good job. And so if ever I was having a day where I was just not feeling that great, I would go back there and be like, you know what? I killed it. I've killed it before, and I would kill it again. And so it was just a good way to pick myself back up.
That's awesome. Like, I feel like that would have been so good when I was in college and I was having those days, when you're just like, everything sucks, it didn't work,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be good for any college student or just anyone in general. If you're having a stressful time, just look back on the things you have done good and done well, or not even just well, just something that made you happy, and you can be like, oh yeah, it might not feel good right now, but like later,
Yeah.
it'll be back to that.
It's so hard in the moment when you're not feeling that great to pat yourself on the back and just be like, hey, you're doing a good job, because you can try, but sometimes it doesn't work. But I think a big part is, if you're doing that, if you're like this OP says, just making a point of doing it in the morning and in the night. It's like a fake it till you make it thing. If you do it enough, eventually you're gonna feel it.
Plus, like, also, you'll feel good in the morning. You'll have, like, that confidence boost in the morning.
Yeah.
And also, okay, I have issues falling asleep at night. My brain doesn't shut off. But to, like, tell yourself something good before you go to bed, that, like, leaves you with a good feeling before bed, to make you feel better and go to sleep. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's good.
That, but...
It's interesting that you speak about, like, those positive thoughts before you go to sleep. I saw an interview recently of Mahershala Ali on, I think it was a Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how when he would go to sleep, his mom would not let him listen to anything in the background. So if he was going to sleep, she wouldn't let him play music or anything to help lull him to sleep, because she said you have to be conscious of what's going into your brain. If you're having, like, it's one thing if you're listening to this music, or if you're listening to an interview or whatever, like, while you're awake, but when you're sleeping, you have no control. You're not able to, like, filter out what's good, what's bad, what you want to keep, what you want to let go of. And so when you're sleeping, it's important to just have that silence so that your brain can just breathe. You know what I mean?
That's smart, because I listen to Serial Killer before I go to bed.
I've done that too. But I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh yeah, that's a really good tip, because it's true. It's really true.
No wonder why I have issues falling asleep, because, right? Like...
Now when you go to sleep, you're like, all right, do I have my knife under my pillow? Do I have...
Oh, wait, no, it's on the side.
It's on the side.
With the taser, just in case, hidden.
Hopefully in a secure spot. Yeah, only you know where it is. So they're not like...
No, like, it's hidden in the back, but, like, somewhere where I could grab it if someone, like, did try to attack me.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, to be fair, we're women, and I feel like, we have to be careful.
Conscious.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you have to be ready to strike
Yeah.
if you need to.
Because anyone could hurt you, do you know what I mean? Anyone could break into your house. It's always good for anyone just to be prepared, and I don't know, maybe it's just because, I have thought about this a lot, or because I have two brothers, and one of them pretended to, like, get stabbed by my doll when I was 5. So, yeah, that's what your husband did. I
What?
never told you the story.
No.
Okay, as a 5-year-old, I had this cute little porcelain doll my grandma got me. So he pretended it had a knife in its hat. He put a fake, that was actually a real knife, and he's like, Maddie, it's gonna stab me. And he pretended it stabbed him, and he used ketchup, and I was terrified of that doll. I had to throw it out, because I was convinced that this little doll was watching me and was gonna murder me.
But to be fair, the doll probably was, because most dolls are. But anyway,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
neither
it's
here nor
horrible.
there. Just kidding. That's pretty horrible. Yeah.
So since that day, I've been very prepared to, like, get attacked in the middle of the night, I'd say.
Jeez.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're done for this episode.
Yeah. You guys, thanks so much for showing up to our first ever episode. Please be sure to follow, subscribe, share, like, all of that. Please also head on over to Apple Podcasts and give us a review, because apparently that's super helpful. We could use all the help we can get, because we definitely plan to make more episodes, and this is our first ever. So if we haven't asked for enough already, please don't be shy online. Follow us and just tell us what you think of this first episode ever. Please tell us what you like to hear more of.
Yeah, please just let us know. Like, you can send us any type of Reddit threads or anything you find interesting. Just let us know, or send us stories if you have stories you want us to say, like your personal stories. We can change names or do whatever you guys want. So
Exactly. Yeah, we've really enjoyed this. And if you're on YouTube, it was nice seeing you. If you're listening on a podcast, then it was nice talking to you. And speak to you soon.
yeah, we hope to hear from you guys too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I need some coffee.